All right, well, we are live. Let me check and make sure everything's working real quick. Check. Yeah, it looks like we're good. All right. I just got to the desk, so I'm about to kind of take a look at everything. We obviously got a little bit of time till the market opens, so I have a journaling process that I think I wanna like lease it out, not lease it, but you know what I mean. I want to put my journaling process out as like a resource for traders to try for themselves. So let's see. I'm not gonna show it on here because I do put like personal information in here, but essentially every morning what I journal before trading is, you want to have some type of emotional self evaluation just off the bat, right? So what that means is like um I'm in drawdown on these accounts, or like I might feel the need to rush passing this account today, things like that, for example, that you want to be aware of when you're going into the market. Because at the end of the day, we want to come in here without any expectation or without any expectation whatsoever, and just trading the chart, right? Not trading based on like external circumstances. So that's what that's about. I mean, let's say you got in like an argument or something the day before. That's something to take note of with your emotions every day. All right, and so I'll do that and fill that out for me real quick. So okay, so yeah, for me, I'm just writing that I feel neutral. I don't feel anything specific. I am excited to be back at the desk, but I need to remember to not force anything and take setups with a small amount of risk, because I'm personally keeping my daily loss limit to 20 points, 25 points a day, which is honestly enough if we're getting like a really good setup. Like, let me just back test this real quick. So I mean, yeah, it's plenty if we get the right setup. Now, so then I put substance use. So this is really important. Um, you know, whether we like it or not, if you are somebody who likes to drink and smoke or whatever you're doing, you need to at least be honest with yourself and collect data. Like, does this affect my trading, right? So I put this down. For me, obviously, yesterday was the Super Bowl, so had a couple beers. Gonna write that down. Now I'm at the age, every time I drink, I go super hard to try to recover, right? So like I have the those morning recovery drinks are kind of fire, and I do that every time now because I want to wake up feeling like myself. But that's always good to keep track of. Put how many beers I had, whatever. Sleep. Then I keep track of sleep. So how'd you sleep last night? Honestly, for me, not the best, but I feel good right now. So, on those fronts, substance use, sleep, we aren't in the best we aren't in the best place to start off, I'll be honest. But it's good to keep track of. The thing with me is now, as long as I can follow my daily loss limit or whatever it is, I'm gonna be fine. The hardest part is the hardest part has always been in the past, like, okay, finding a setup is still easy. You can still find a setup with all of these things because we know how to trade, but these things are good to keep an eye on because this is where you over trade. Like if you had bad sleep or whatever it is, you don't quit at your profit target and that kind of thing. So, we're on stream. I got accountability here. Win or lose, I probably only have enough drawdown for one setup. Now today, next we go into daily expectations. So I write that down. So today, that what that basically means is like if we look at the chart, what is it? What's the expectations? I'll zoom out real quick. On the weekly, I'm bearish. This was a crazy gap up, or a gap down and then pump up, but genuinely, I would have to say I'm bearish. This is like, I mean, if we look at the daily chart, right? We've got an SMT with ES. So this high has already been taken. Then we took out last weekly high. We dumped. Obviously, we bounced off this new day opening gap. But we've got relative equal lows down here that keep, we keep generating liquidity. My dog wants to trade with me. But so yeah, this is my overall bias for the week. We've got CPI on Wednesday, so I think at least by the end of the week we're gonna break either this high right here or this low. Now, if we're considering this a true SMT on ES, then we don't really want to. We don't have a reason to be bullish here. So we'll see. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. Not going to marry that, but also we do have this IFVG that got disrespected potentially. Maybe it doesn't get disrespected and we close below it. So that could be interesting. We're obviously pumping right now pre-market. So, we got to stay open-minded. This is also, we did breach this level, but it honestly could be considered relative equal highs. I'm not gonna really look for that just yet. It's possible, but like I said, it's the SMT, so I'm trying to keep that in mind in my analysis this time. So expectations, this low looks really far, but I would at least like to see us maybe reject consequent encroachment of this gap. That would be helpful for us to confirm the bias here. Okay. We're gonna go to the hourly chart, look for more areas we can use. This looks nice right here. So this low and this low, relative equal lows. And this is a daily IFVG. Might not even need that on our chart, but I do want to. I would love to see us close below this because that would really give me an idea of what's going on. I think that's definitely a possibility, to be honest. Now, even if we go lower, relative equal lows all the way down here. So we'll see if that's what's gonna happen. You know, don't want to get too far out here, but you know, because this would be a really significant move to happen in a short amount of time. So I don't really want, I'm not really looking this far down just yet. Okay. Now, this has been breached. This is that last week's high, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So, gonna be interesting. If we do invert this, I want to see. I want to look at ES real quick. That's what we need to figure out. Where's ES gonna go if we're bullish? So here's what I mean. Like this was the, we quickly compare. So we've got this huge bearish fair value gap. We trade into it like we do right here, and then we invert it. We get all the way above, but on NQ we haven't. So I'll mark out that SMT on here too. You know. Now, if we do somehow get above this, I think your next relative equal high is right here. This is still something, I'll be honest, I'm learning. Like, I don't usually draw out SMTs until they happen, like, in live price action, which can be a mistake. And, like, I'm not even sure if we're supposed to draw relative equal highs over SMT, because the idea is when you get an SMT, you're getting a reversal, but I want to keep both scenarios in consideration so that we can see, you know, we can have both, we have both options. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I'll just say for my daily expectations, I'm bearish, but if we invert this, I'm bearish until we invert this hourly or 4-hour FVG. Now, I always go to news. We got to check the news. Go to marketwatch.com. And today we got no news scheduled. So a lot of ICT himself even says he doesn't trade Mondays, but in my experience, I've always had decent Mondays. Like it seems to work fine for me. So, you know, it just depends. No news Monday is either going to be really bad price action or pretty good. All right, and now I watch, or now I mark, sorry. Now I log previous price action. So what's that mean? What happened before pre-market, or what happened like in the last couple days? For instance, if we had a massive move yesterday or recently, then sometimes it's just gonna chop around. So that's why we mark that up. And we keep track. So for us, gapped down to open the week and got a pretty large recovery. And then I have reflections, so that's after I trade. What do I notice? So done journaling. And now we just watch price. I'm probably gonna take a bathroom break before everything opens up, but all right. And I'm gonna mark this out. This looks like relative equal highs for whatever reason. Let's see if it actually is. Oh yeah, this is that breach of the high. So pinpoint, but I still want to call that relative equals. We'll see though. It's definitely sketch. All right, and I'm also gonna mark out our midnight New York Open. So yeah, really anything within here I would consider a short. If we get like an IFVG to the downside or we sweep consequent encroachment, I would take a short for sure. We'll see. We've got 20 minutes till the market opens, so no need to rush. All right, so this obviously looks really good to the downside if you've been watching the 1 minute, but for me, the reason why I don't love it, one, it's 9:14 Eastern, not the favorite time to get into a trade, but I would prefer us to take out this high or to at least come inside this fair value gap. We're not in there. I guess if you zoom out to a higher time frame, it looks good, but we still, even on the 15, you know, we we have all this open. So let me see. Oh shit. Did it sweep that high on ES? It did. Oh my. Okay. Well, damn. I might already be a bit too late, but yeah. I mean, there's nothing for me. I'm gonna chill out, but I was watching the last few 1 minute candles thinking this right here is showing that it wants to go lower. But since we hadn't taken out that high and we're arguably inside of this fair value gap, I just didn't want it yet. There's still a setup though. If we come into a fair value gap after taking this low, so we'll wait a sec and see if we get one. You know, it would be right here. Or preferably like it dumps down, creates one, and goes in right here, then we go short. That's nuts. Really looking at that 5 minute chart. So I would like to see this turn into a fair value gap. And honestly, I would take that. So I'll be back. I'm gonna use the restroom. Ugh, we'll see. But we got all day. No need to jump in off the open. We'll see what happens. All right, 25 seconds till that candle closure. Do we want to do it? I mean, I would do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so, the level to get in would be most aggressive entry is 769. Um, might give myself a few points of grace. So if I could get in at like, I like the body of that 5 minute. So 773 would be like a super nice entry. And then we would just target, this would be your first trim. This would be your second. I would honestly hold for this, but I could go all the way, man. Look at these. This is technically relative equal lows right here at 681. Dude, I'm telling you, we could have just gotten in on the IFVG way up above after the SMT, but I didn't notice it, so we'll see. The fact it's taking out these internal lows honestly just makes it an even better entry for us. If we get that return up. Yeah, it's hard to watch it go 60 points in your direction without and knowing that it's going that way, but not having an entry. Let's see. So this is kind of our entry spot. We've got on watch. Wowzers. There was like a good entry on the 1 minute too. Not obviously my favorite, but this is very valid. You got in right there. But I want to see if we get some volatility at the open. That's my ideal scenario. Holy. Yo, I think that's like a macro time or something. Every morning at like 5 minutes before the open, we get like a candle that looks like that. Yeah, so I don't even know what to say. There's a 5 minute IFVG now that definitely looks I mean that 5 minute IFVG, let's go to the 5 minutes. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So this closed right here, this bullish fair value gap, we closed below it, and then the next candle opened, dumped down all the way to this low in seconds, basically. So this was an entry here. Nothing for me yet. Perfect scenario. We get some type of pullback, and we can go short from like right here. You know, because keep in mind we are inside of like a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, here it comes. Market opens in 3 minutes. I'm looking to go short from right here. Like I said, it's based off that SMT. We swept a hourly fair value gap. We swept a high inside of an hourly fair value gap on ES. All right, so as soon as we get into this fair value gap, it's a valid spot to enter. But I'm gonna be a bit more conservative with my entry because I don't want to risk as many points on this on these funded accounts. So I may not even get an entry because of that, and we'll see what happens. Like, if you mark out the 5 minute order block by the wick, this is already an entry right here too. So we're trying to get like the best entry that we can. 773 is where my limit is. If not, you know, I might walk away and just say there's no entry today. So market just opened. Let's see what happens. All right, my order's filled. We're in. I've got like a 15-point stop loss. So we would stop out like halfway up here. Okay, we're already in profit. It's doing pretty well. Gonna wait till we take out this 5-minute low before going to break even. So hold up, let me try to draw this out for y'all. So really, this is the best case scenario. I'm aiming for like right here, and I may even close my position at this low, because that's really all I need. We're sweeping it again. This is a 5-minute fair value gap, so I'm not really concerned if we want to sweep this, but very choppy. Yeah, we didn't get enough of a drop for me to be willing to go to break even. I want to see this play out. All right, we're up like 300 here. It's doing pretty good. So we take out this low, then I go to break even. If we don't take it out, I keep holding. All right, we are going to break even now. Good job if you caught that entry with us. Now remember, on No News Mondays, sometimes it can be really choppy, so we'll see how long this takes to play out. If it takes too long, we can just cut it and profit, no biggie. Right now I'm up 20 points, not bad. Looking good on ES. ES is dumping towards that new day opening gap. All right, I'm up 540 here. And I'm just taking the low-hanging fruit target. Like, honestly, I think this could go all the way to right here at 660, but I don't need that much. So, you know, I'm only taking this with one contract. If I had multiple, I would scale, but you know, when you have one contract, you need to be decisive. You got to be in and out. So this is already more than enough if we can get this target. Okay, we're returning to my break even. We'll see if I get stopped out. I don't like how that looks, honestly, but ES still looks valid. That's a very interesting candle. I don't know how it's gonna reject from here, but I'm waiting. All right, stopped out for a total profit of $5. Ah, that's a bummer. All right, so swept that high. Is it still valid? Yes, if we respect this right here. I'm gonna try it one more time. So my stop loss is, I mean, still the same. It's just gonna be above that high now. I'm willing to take a loss on the day. Um, 10 points of risk. Want to see if we can get that same target. We've got a 1 minute fair value gap. If we break that, then this is a nice place to add a contract, honestly, because that would give us extreme confirmation of what we're looking at. So I want that to break, though. I'm not going to enter early. I won't go to break even unless we take out those equal lows, which, you know, if we end up scaling into contracts, you know, maybe you take a trim there. We'll see how it plays out. So we came into that 1 minute fair value gap. We'll see if it wants to respect. All right, I'm stopped out. That's a bummer. I still like that entry, you know. I think, you know, that 5 minute low over here was just too strong. Even when we retried it, I still had faith that it could work out. But Um, you know, technically, without a close, um, above a 5 minute close above that fair value gap, it's not invalidated. It just depends on your risk. Take this off. Well, actually, there's still no need to take it off. It's still valid, like I said. So I'm trying it again. Last try. Seriously. Could have had a wider stop loss, but yeah, like I said, it's no news Monday. It can be very wicky. Really want to see this 1 minute fair value gap invert right here. That's what we're looking at, and if we do, I'm adding. ES is dumping too, so I don't know what's taking so long here. ES is about to reach this New York Open. Sheesh. Yeah, ES is falling, man, and I don't know what's taking NQ so long. We've got everything we normally want to see. All right, that's it for me today. Tough. You know, I still I stand by those entries. I'm glad I'm gonna walk away right now, but that's a tough loss for sure. All right, folks. Well, hopefully, if you took that trade with me, you either got out in profit, or you know, didn't take it, and still you still got some dry powder. I only take 3 trades a day. I used it all in that same one. You know, we got that. If you look at ES, dude, it's kind of nuts. Like ES was dumping from that area where we marked out the SMT. So, you know, and I think it's going all the way down there still. Uh, but now this is going the opposite way, so pretty nuts. It's really now, okay, how could have we got the correct setup? This was the first presented fair value gap of the day / week, usually meaning it's a bit more significant. And I mean, yeah, that was pretty beautiful. Yeah, I was up 400 today. Sucks to be take it as a red day, but it is what it is. All right, folks. Well, good luck. I'm off for the day. Peace.